Yasha Allah, Yahweh,
Hayanawa,
Hayanawa,
Yahweh,
Khud.
right? It's Hero Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord, right? Shalom, shalom. All
Shalom.
right, the GMS Lafayette coming back at you with another live lesson. Before we go any further, we're going to give infinite honors and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash.
double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Aki, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last sections of time. All right, and the title of the lesson, in the news, current events ahead of this financial collapse. Right? And we find ourselves going into this topic because these other nations, all right, are coming into tumult against Esau Edom to establish their own digital currency. Man. All right? They're going against the US dollar, they're dropping the US dollar, all right? And there's going to come a period of time where your dollar bills, your 20s, your 50s, your hundreds are going to be null and void, man. All right? It's going to be totally canceled, man. Okay? And the brother has a beautiful articles we're going to go into. And Lord willing, this message be edifying. You got it, brother.
Coming from BRICS nations. Important. All right. It says a group of economically aligned nations plan to create a currency that can reduce the world's dependency on the U.S. dollar and the euro, according to a new report.
One more time.
Okay. It says a group of economically aligned nations plan to create a new currency.
Plan to create a new currency. All right, so the current, or what was longed for, the top, all right, currency throughout the world was the U.S. dollar, man. All right, so you have a group, all right, with the acronym BRICS, okay, which have come against this U.S. dollar, man. All right, and are forming their own currency, which will be digital, okay. But this is all a plan by the global elites to usher in their NWO, their New World Order, man. All right, and according to prophecy, this is Revelation 13 and 16 in real time, and the Charagma, okay, all right, which will be a digital, a cashless society, man. That's the times we're coming into, where you can wake up one morning in the wee hours, and you can't go into the store and pay for things with cash, man. You have to have a certain imprint, okay, in order to buy and sell and trade, man. In order to go into the bank and obtain your funds, all right. In order to go into a store and get your goods, get your groceries, man. All right, and that's going to have a detriment impact on this society, man. Especially here in America, where, did you get that word consumerism out? Where consumerism, all right, is the bulk of this society, man. Spend, spend, spend. All right, and the scriptures tell us in Haggai 1 and 6 that he that labor. Did you get that real quick? Haggai 1 and 6. What about that word? Consumerism. Consumerism.
Rism. Well, I mean, they got consuming. What is it?
Consumerism. Let's bring that over.
All right, this is Haggai 1 and 6. It says, "You have sown much and bringing in little."
Right, and there's a thing in America called the workforce, the labor force, all right, the grinders, okay? So the society is built off of work, pay your bills, okay, until you reach a certain age and drop a little bit off of every paycheck into your retirement, into your pension plan, into your 401k. That's what consumerism is. You got it, brother?
Yeah.
You got it.
It says, what is the simple definition of consumerism? It says, consumerism is the idea that increasing the consumption of goods and services purchased in the market is always a desirable goal.
One more
That
time.
consumerism is the idea that increasing the consumption of goods and services purchased in the market is always a desirable goal, and that a person's well-being and happiness depends on fundamentally on obtaining consumer goods and material possessions.
Right. So your happiness is based upon how much you buy, how much you go in the store and can purchase. Right. That's why when down here in Louisiana, there's something called EBT SNAP benefits. All right. You'll see a so-called black woman go in the store and she'll have $400 worth of SNAP benefits. All right. She can get everything she wants for those 5, 6, 7 kids, and that is considered controlling their happiness of that household. Man. All right, you get a paycheck and you pay your bills, but you could go into the mall and feel like you could get the latest fashion or whatever it may be, and that controls your happiness. Man. All right, that's the idea of this American society, which is all a facade, okay, which is all smoke and mirrors. Because what truly demonstrates your happiness is wisdom, knowledge, and stability, man. All right, it tells you that in Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time, man. Not consumerism, not how much we could go out and spend, okay? Because anybody with money in their pocket could go out and spend something, all right, and purchase it and necessarily, all right, bring a desire onto themselves of happiness. But true happiness is having the name of the Lord, all right, being sound and being based upon sound doctrine, man. And we're going to see that in these times when the society unfolds and the financial system collapses. You got it.
All right. Continuing in Haggai 1, it says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little."
Right, you work much, but you barely can make ends meet. The average American doesn't have $500 in their bank account in the case of an emergency. Go ahead.
It says, "Ye eat, but ye have not eaten, but ye have not enough."
Right, and the scriptures tell us that basically Israel shall eat the foul bread, man. All right, so there's a war on consumerism. There's a war on the foods we eat. All right, they're attacking everything, man. You got it, brother. They're attacking how we spend. They're attacking what we consume. Okay, they're poisoning the water. Okay, look at all these train derailments that are going on, man. All right, look at all these biological warfare. Okay, that's going on, man. These chemtrails in the air, man. Okay, so it's all going to come down to who you're going to serve. You're going to serve this new technology, this new system, all right, that's about to be ushered in, or are you going to serve Yahweh Shemiel Shah, man? The Ancient of Days. Go ahead, bro.
All right, just going back to what, consumerism. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 11, 18. It says, "There is that wax rich by his awareness and pension, and this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he said, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods. And yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die." So America is caught up in a whole bunch of consumerism. And really and truly, these women are the biggest consumers on the planet. You want to sell something, sell it to a woman, all right? Because she's gonna buy it, even if she don't need it. All right, but just going into consumerism, people caught up with buying, and having things, or because that's what America respects. People on this side, they respect possessions. So the more possessions you have is the more respect, they perceive that they're gonna have. All right, but not knowing that, hey man, all that's gonna be burnt up in the fire. All that's gonna be burnt up, all that's gonna be taken away. Your houses are gonna be spoiled. Jacob Trouble is gonna do away with them. You know what I'm saying? Especially these missiles, man. Because you're gonna have to leave those things, man. All right. And even when a person that has possessions and die, they hold dear the things that they purchase. But you still gonna have to. You promise death. You see.
And a lot of these people are gonna they're gonna take that see it because they don't want to give up. They don't want to give up the things that they earned, that they worked hard for all those years, whether it be a house, a car, the possessions within that house. They ain't gonna want to give those things up to be what they call those people, a rogue, or somebody wanderers, like not a part of society.
We're gonna be pilgrims. So we're gonna have to give up those things which we have.
But they basically not gonna want to be a pilgrim.
Yeah. That's what I was
Comfortability, man.
Yeah.
Because when you can easily have have access to something or go out in the store and spend how much you want, that makes you happy in the society. But once that is gone, once that comfortability is gone and out the window, Americans don't like to be uncomfortable. Look what happened when this C-19, man. Look what happened when it hit the scene. It made Americans uncomfortable. And look what they resorted to: going to take the jump shot, man. Going to take the juice. So when the society collapses, all right, when the cash becomes useless, people are going to be using cash to keep themselves warm in that day, man. And like the apostles go into, these people that are out here, that are living under the bridge, that are homeless, they're going to be the new top dogs in that day, man. Because they know the areas of the land, they know how to survive without actually indulging in consumerism, man. And that equating to a happy life. But I got a real quick one, because you said that they don't want to forsake what they have in the society, man. But the scriptures command us to forsake what we have and follow Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is Matthew 19 and 29. It says Matthew 19 and 29, Yahushua is speaking. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands. Did you get that word lands out in the strong? Matthew 19:29. Or children or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. For many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Because the men of the Lord, ultimately, we're unplugging ourselves and have unplugged ourselves from the matrix, from this matrix of this society, man. We see the society for exactly what it is. Therefore, we don't give our strength into it, man. We don't give our strength unto Pharaoh, unto Egypt, man. Okay? And that makes us more aware of our surroundings, man. Like in that movie, The Matrix, you had that guy that he had got a deal from the system, and they gave him that fake steak. And he knew that it was fake. But he said, you know what? I know I'm in the Matrix. Just when you bring me back, make me somebody important, make me somebody special. And that's the mindset of you 2/3 of Israelites and you heathens. When this charagma is implemented, when you take it, you're gonna make that excuse in your mind and be saying, well, you know what? Just make me somebody that's important in the society. Make me somebody that's digitally powerful, man. All right? And you see all these entertainers, these rappers, they're going into it. All right? They're slowly, all right, going into the virtual side of things, man. And they did it with these, forgot the name of it, man. But you had like Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Big Bill. They were buying these virtual characters. I forgot what it was called. But it was virtual. And they were all spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it was like this ape. It was like a monkey. It was like an ape that they were buying. You know what I'm talking about, Taz?
I think you have to continue.
But it was like, I forgot the name of it, but they were going into it, man. Just to show you that they're going to be at the forefront of this charagma. You're going to have LeBron James. The scriptures tell you, Revelation 13 and 16, he required all, small and great, rich and poor, man. So, just how you had these entertainers that were getting the jump shot, that were influencing you other jakes to get it, man.
Should I say this?
Juvenile backs that thing up, man.
Yeah.
You got it.
I can say this too. Like these, like the brother was saying, like these, the same way they were pushing that with the vibration with the Jews, they're gonna be pushing that same vibration with the currency. And I remember listening to a song by Kevin Gates, and he was like, "Yeah, I got digital bags, like in cryptocurrency." Like, I'm like, what? Like, yeah. So they basically, program and getting Jake ready, to get familiar with it. Oh, I heard Kevin Gates talk about that. I don't know what it was, but now I know what it is. Now it's in the news. Now, like massage you into your mind, man.
Yeah. Speaking of him, he did an interview and he was saying like this pre-workout thing that he uses, like the mushrooms and things in it. All right. And I went into it and I clicked on it, and in the comments, all the people that were buying it were saying they bought it because they watched his video. They watched him advertising it, man. So you 2/3, you Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, you idolize these false leaders and false prophets so much that anything they say, anything they do, anything they promote, you're gonna go out and get it right after them, man. Anything that they advertise, man, you got it.
It's you know, it's because, bro, they see power. They see power when they deal with the entertainment industry. They see power. If one of these like these dirty ass women go get implants on this or implants on that, they go and get it. You know what I'm saying? Or if this nigga wearing feathers in his hat. You feel me? They wear feathers. I'm gonna hold
We're
that.
on the opposite side now. With women going this way, so we
Put it on.
on this side.
Oh, come. Right.
We keep talking. I gotta read something.
Yeah, man. They when they see a celebrity do such things, then they want to do the same thing, man, because they it make them feel relevant, because Jake's so damn simple. They feel as if though they like though I don't know if you remember that. You remember a long time ago they had those shoes called Dadas. They had the spinning wheel in them bitches, and
Montreal Sprewell?
I guess
Yeah.
I don't remember, but you know how many people would go get them shit. Hey,
Everybody.
I wanted them hoes. You know
The
what I'm
G
saying?
units. When they came
Yeah.
out with the G units, everybody wanted the G units. You got it, bro.
This is Isaiah 3:12. It says, "As for my people, children are their oppressors." And it says, "And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to error and destroy the way of thy paths." So that's what these people that they get in our nation, to basically have the idols that they present, or the people that they present as idols for our nation. They give them the formula, man, to tell them, hey, say this, do this, talk about this, to make them get on board with whatever plan they have, for the majority of the people,
And then you simpletons' minds, you're gonna say, oh, I can't believe Kevin Gates got it. I can't believe Young Boy got it. Lil Baby. But you idolize them so much that you're gonna follow in their footsteps, man. Oh, it can't be so bad. Look, a millionaire got it, a billionaire got it. Jay-Z has it. He's opening up doors with a swipe of his hand. All right, he's paying for vehicles, for goods with the swipe of the hand. It can't be that bad, but that's to your detriment, man.
And it's gonna come a point in time where Esau's not gonna give you the option to get it. He's not gonna give you the option. He's gonna tell you, look, this is what you have to do in order to purchase, in order to be a part of the society. This is what you have to do. He did it with the jump shot, and then when he did it with the jump shot, he collected all that data, all of that, that information, because Kill Gates, he told you it's gonna be another planned skimming, okay? He told you, so get your ass ready, okay? And so with that, it's like, and then they also let you know that basically they putting it out there that Russia is doing what you would call cyber attacks. So like I said, me speaking as a man, I think they gonna roll out the whole little, digital currency and whatnot, do something to make the grid fall, and then when they turn it back on, this is the way how we gotta buy and sell, because and then they're gonna make it to this is why we can't do it with the phones, and this is why I gotta be this, see him, but that's just me speaking as a man. You got it, brother.
Yeah,
it makes sense. You got it.
I was gonna say this too. It's like you either get with the program or you get left behind. And this reminds me a lot of, like, everybody remember Blockbuster. When Blockbuster, you go over there, you can get your movie, blase. And then when Redbox came around, what happened? You can actually go there, you can keep it for a few days or whatnot. Like, Redbox pretty much put, Blockbuster out of business because they didn't stay with the heads of the times. So this is basically what they said, like, this is the new thing. You either get with it or you get left behind, man.
Yeah. Like how Netflix did. Netflix put Redbox out of business too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Netflix is all digital. You know what I'm saying? So that's hey, this devil, he's gonna use gradualism as fast as he can. You know? You got it, bro. You said you want to get the article?
Yeah, you got it.
All right. This is back in the article. He says, I'll read it from the top again. Let's see. All right. It says a group of economically aligned nations plan to create a new currency that can reduce the world's dependence on the U.S. dollar and the euro, according to a new report. The group of emerging economics, known currently as BRICS, are exploring how such a
It goes into Brazil, right? Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Man. So these nations, which were once dependent on the dollar, are saying, you know what, forget the dollar, right? And then you had the president of Kenya, when he was pull up that video, you had the president of Kenya, he was urging his citizens to buy what they can. Go out to the store and get what you can, because in a few weeks the U.S. dollar will be obsolete. If I'm using that word correctly, man, null and void. So you see all these world leaders, these kings of the earth, they're saying that the U.S. dollar is going to be null and void very soon, man. And we know it's according to prophecy, man, because this man Esau Edom, he has ruled the earth treacherously, man. He has ruled the earth with his gift, with his blessing, man, which was the sword, which goes back to Genesis, man. The fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. That means what? That the U.S. dollar has been dominant throughout the world, man, for decades upon decades, man. And now it's coming into a conclusion, not according to BRICS, not according to the EU or the NATO, but according to the words of Yahweh Shah, man. That's what it ultimately goes back to, man. Like the brother Todd said, before this ultimate ushering in of this digital system, you're going to have a major false flag attack. And on top of that, you might have a major pestilence that's going to be on the loose, man. Because they can easily say, you know what? Oh, there's a major disease, an outbreak. You can't go hand to hand cash anymore because it'll transfer the pestilence, man. They can easily say that. You got it, bro.
And the Lord also said, I shall smite Egypt with the plagues as before. Yeah. And that was part of it, bro. You know? So yeah, man, like we see the fall of America, man. And it's beautiful, bro. It's so beautiful, bro, that this shit is coming into a halt, man. Alright? Look at all these people driving their shit up and down the highway thinking that, you know, in the next 2 years, you know, they're gonna try to establish this and establish that. Man, through the spirit, Lord willing, man, speaking as a man, we ain't got 2 years in this joint, man. You know? And I say this, man, just a side note, being that the time is short, man, the demons gonna come heavier. They gonna come heavy, bro. All right? So you gotta be built up, man, because we about to come into some times, bro. We about to come into some shit, you know? We gonna be in it, man. We are going to be in it, bro. You know? And that brother Kaya was talking about that this morning, man. You know? So,
I got 2 brothers.
You still wanted to find that video, huh, brother?
Yeah, you got it.
I'm almost there, I know.
All right. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And that's talking about modern day Egypt, the modern day house of bondage, which is America, man. All right? The Lord is going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. Look at all the plagues that hit ancient Egypt. All right? You had the water turn to blood. You had the locusts. You had the frogs. You had the killing of the firstborn.
Yeah.
They
had the boils on each other.
The boils. All right? Pestilence. Darkness. You know? All these things are coming back to modern day Egypt, which is America, man. We're not far off from those times, man. We see them We see these times closing in, but how do we see it? If we weren't in the know, all right, from the apostles on down to the least of us, we wouldn't know about these things, man. Because like the brother said, you see all these people across. We're across from a major highway, 90 right here. All right, we see that this is clearly the land of traffic. Let me get that real quick. This is Ezekiel 28, and I'm gonna start at 4. I'm gonna start at 3. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures." So with all your policies, with all your craftiness, with all your treaty agreements, hell, with your currency, man. All right, because you Edomites, you Amalekites, you can print the American dollar at will, hundreds of bills. But could you get the debt ceiling of America? How much America is in debt for? Man?
Like 34 trillion.
Yeah, man, and increasing.
That's
All right.
beautiful. That is beautiful. You know, because that's a debt that they can never pay back, man. You know, everything is a fiat currency. You know, it's not real money, man. These devils knew that. See, because, and I'm gonna say this: these elites, they have no allegiance to America. Like they're not, because people in America believe that, you know, they can't do that to America. No, these elites, they don't have no allegiance to America. They for their cause and their cause only. So whatever country they gonna use, that's what they gonna do. They gonna use that country. America has just been that whore that seated upon the beast, man. All right, they use America to spearhead this thing, man. America has been the influence of the earth, bro. Okay, 31 trillion.
God, it says the national debt is 31 trillion. The total amount of the
31.46.
Yeah.
And they got $31 trillion in debt, but still, we're sending another $500 million package to Ukraine. Type bullshit. Like, where's you getting this money from? You in debt, man. That's like if somebody owe you $100 and then you see them go and spend some money in the mall, you know what I mean, and flexing on the ground with it.
Yeah.
Man, hold on, my nigga, you owe me some bread. You know?
It says Ezekiel 28:5, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, and the traffic goes into commerce, man. All right? These cars that are going back and forth, they're doing business somewhere. They going shopping, they going to put gas, they going to work, they coming from work, all right? This is the land of traffic, man. But like the brother said, these elites are just using America as a scapegoat, man. Because look what they come to America to do. Get their rocks off. Do as thou will, man. So it's easy for them to pull the plug on this place, all right? And it's going to be the center. That's why it's going to be the center of the Lord's judgment, man. It's going to be a place that's burnt to crisp, all right? These other areas are going to be engulfed in flame, but America is going to get it the worst, man. So it says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because thy riches. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. That's right, man. And that's what you see with these other nations, man. All right? They're going to defile the brightness of America because what? They're pulling away from this American dollar, man. They're going against this economy that America has set up. But it's all a global plan by these international banking families, man, because they control the BRICS nations, man. These Rothschilds, these DuPonts, these Gettys, these Bilderberg families, they control the BRICS. They control the EU and the NATO, man. So it's not these lower level Edomites, man. The Jeff Bezos, they're merely puppets, man. Bill Gates, he's a puppet for the elites, man. You don't see these Rothschild families. You don't see them going out in the public, man. You hardly ever see them or even hear about them, man. You got it, brother.
And look, check this out. Who you think gave the green light for Finland to join NATO? I mean, NATO didn't just make that decision.
Right.
You know, they at least told them to go ahead and make that happen, man. Because what, you remember when Russia said, hey, listen, you can join NATO. You can join NATO. But if you start to set up, if NATO start to set up shop in Finland, then we gonna have a problem. I mean, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of joining NATO and not instead? If Finland joining NATO, why not set up shop in Finland? See what I'm saying?
Right.
This going into Habakkuk the second chapter, man.
Yep.
This devil, he covered fields, man. So you got Finland that just joined NATO, you know. So what you think they gonna do over there? Huh? They gonna set up shop, and that's gonna be a problem, man. Okay. World War III is on the brink, man. Okay, but we know that this sea here must come, man. So that's how close we is, bro. You know, because in June they said it's gonna launch. It's gonna be a full-fledged launch of the Fed now, man. It started April the 1st, right? Man, you better got it.
All right, this is Revelations 18. Let's see. Yeah, it's only one. This is Revelations 18 and 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is come the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean, hateful bird. For all nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right? So the earth has waxed, but the earth is what the other nations, what they do on trade, like the brother was just now saying, man, commerce, man. All right? Imports, exports, different things like that. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. All right? So that's what we're seeing now, man. Like, the judgment of this place, the Lord is, bringing down the gavel on this place, man. He's finishing. He's doing the finishing touches, man, to the paint. All right, we're seeing it. All right. Let's see. There was one. All right, this is verse. This is the point right here. Verse 12. It says, "The merchants of gold and of silver, and precious stones and pearls, and fine linen, and purple, and silk, and scarlet, and all thy wood, excuse me, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manners of vessels of more precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beast, and sheep, and horse, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men." All right. So these are all the riches, that America accumulated and dealt with, with all these other nations, man. So now the time has come to where they're cutting it off, man. All right. They find a new way of dealing with each other, because through the dollar, America's been the big bully on the playground, man. All right. Go ahead.
This is Nahum 3 and 4. It says, "Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcraft, behold, I am," and that well-favored harlot is talking about America, all right? The mistress of witchcraft, okay? It says, "Behold, I am against thee, said Yahweh, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdom thy shame. I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile. I will set thee as a gazing stock." Okay, so he's like the brother was saying, America has been the bully of the world, through the petrodollar. All right, but now everybody realizing, hey man, we don't have to deal with America, man. America need us more than we need America.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Basically, the nations are all coming together to fight the big bully, man. Like they're like, yo, if we join together, if we all join together, they ain't got no other choice.
Shit, I don't know if you better seen. It was in India. Dude was on the. He was talking, and he was like, whenever something happens somewhere else, nobody says nothing. Whenever something happens this place, nobody says nothing. He said, but who is the problem behind all of this? The West. Talking about America, man.
Western Hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. So, and that's the spirit of the Lord, all right, on these other nations, letting them identify who the true culprit is, man. And when we go out on the highways and byways, you always got Jake that'll say, well, your own people are your enemy, but who's the ultimate villain on the planet Earth, man? We're thinking on a large scale. We're not just thinking about your neighborhood gangs, man. All right? Who's the global enemy, man? Esau Edom, man. The so-called white man. And these other nations are seeing it, man. But I got one. Could a brother grab me Obadiah 1 and 2? But this is Habakkuk 2 and 5 in the NLT. I'm going to start at 4. It says, Habakkuk 2 and 4, it says, look at the proud. They trust in themselves and their lives are crooked. But the righteous will live by their faithfulness to the Most High. Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death they are never satisfied. In their greed they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many peoples. Verse 6. But soon their captors will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrow awaits you thieves? Now you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion. But how much longer can this go on? And extortion is obtaining something of value or monetary gain by threats. And that's ultimately what America has done, man. Hey, if you don't give me your oil, I'm going to come over there and bomb you. What happened to the war in Iraq, man? What did they do over there?
If you don't purchase oil with the US dollar, we're going to bomb your shit and we're going to take your resources. You know? That's how it is, you know? And that's been America, the bully, man. Okay? But now they can't do that shit. Because ain't nobody dealing with the dollar, man. You know? Yeah. Say like shit, if you don't do with the dollar, like hell nah, man. The weak is now saying I am strong. So you come over here with that shit. You know?
I'm just read this last verse in the NLT and I'm gonna read it in the KJV and I'm gonna bring out that claim. It says, Habakkuk 2 and 7 in the NLT, suddenly your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have while you stand trembling and helpless. And this is Habakkuk 2 and 6 through 7 in the NLT. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. And that thick clay is going into that 31.46 and counting $1 trillion of debt you have, man. All right, so you've laden yourself with that thick clay, those pledges, but now all the earth is turning over to a new NWO, man. All right, and all your debtors, these other nations, okay, they're gonna turn against you, man. Which we see going on right now. You got that thick clay. Go ahead.
All right, this is going into the thick clay. This is the Hebrew.
5671. Avtit.
And it says weight of pledges. It says heavy debt.
One more time.
It says weight of pledges, heavy debts.
Right. So you have all this debt, just like in that movie Training Day, right? At the end, when he owed the Russians. All right. And he owed them, but they ultimately came to collect on that debt, man. And he was just proud as ever. King Kong ain't got nothing on me, and that's ultimately how America is gonna go out, man. In that prideful mindset. You got it, brother.
Yeah. I got that word. A pledge, which is like an agreement. Whenever you go to basically, if you want to go borrow some money when you go to a loan, what you sign documents, pledging that what you're gonna pay this debt out. Right? You're gonna get it. You're gonna pay it in full. All right. But in increments or however you plan to do it. Right. It says promise. It says a solemn promise of undertaking. It says promise, undertaking, vow, commitment, a bond, a warrant, agreement, and oath. All right, so these are heavy oaths that they promised to pay back, but they never did, man. All right. We know that he has a track record of this because what? How he dealt with Gad, man. All right, they made certain promises or they made certain oaths or treaties, and he went back and he broke those things, man. You know, so he doesn't have a good credit score like he does really on his side. His credit is really bad.
That's fucked up. They make it hard for you. Your credit gotta be good. You feel me? But his credit is fucked up. His credit been fucked up, like you said, since the time of Gad, bro. He been running it, making all these treaties, broke every last one of them.
Really since the garden, because when you deceive Eve, and Adam was deceived, you messed up your credit then. You had no credibility, man. Even from the beginning, that's how we know that's Esau Edom, man. That was in that spirit of the serpent, man. Because of that deception. Hey, if you eat this, all right, you will have the knowledge of the gods. You will know good and evil. You never had credit with us, Esau. You got it, bro.
If I could add, and he promised Eve forever too, because in his mind, his dwelling places should continue forever. So what he did was like the elder out of Mississippi made a beautiful video, like the pact that he made with Eve.
Yeah,
you know that. That pact that he made with Eve, he promised her forever, man. You know. So listen, we gonna do this together. You know. So hey, this devil, man, he's a liar, man. He's a liar. He don't have good credit. And that's why the scripture says, never trust thine enemy. You know.
Hey, and he gonna do the same thing again, bro. He gonna come in that spirit where, hey, if you take this charagma, it's forever. Look what I'm presenting you on the other side. Look what you'll have. You'll be able to have the knowledge of the gods, like that dude, Lil Uzi Vert. When they were talking about getting the brain C-hip, all right, he was talking with, I think it was Elon Musk's girlfriend or Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, one of them, and they were talking, and he basically said he gonna have the knowledge of the gods. They're gonna be like, okay, well, you take this charagma, you'll be able to learn Spanish, the language Spanish.
You download it.
Yeah, you download all that into you and program it all into you, man. If that's not the serpent from the garden in the spirit of Esau Edom, hey, man, that old, like the scriptures call him, that old serpent, man.
You know what's crazy, huh? You know what they can do too? Like, you can download or you can get those things, right? Supposedly, you can see him, right? But then say that you do something that mess up your social credit score. They can take those things away from you. You know, they can delete it from your memory or whatever. You know, they can do things like that. You fuck around and like you lose everything, like who you are, and like that's the dangers of this. Like they give you the pros, but they also got the cons to it as well.
Delete you from your memory.
Yeah.
You don't know who you are. You know, like the brother said, like you'll be in this bitch like you caught a sudden case of Alzheimer's. You know what I'm saying?
And that power is really only given to Yahweh Shem Shai. The Most High he kill it and he make it alive. But with this new technology, Esau is trying to have, like the scriptures tell you, right? He's sitting in the seat as if he's the Most High, man. He wants that power to be able to cut you on, cut you off, control your spirit, man. He trying to put his seed inside of you, man. That's the world we're about to be living in, man. We're just one major false flag away. But the detriment and the weight of this false flag is going to be like anything we've ever seen, man. It's going to be way worse than 9/11. It's going to be worse than the Twin Towers, the Pentagon. That was staged. And it's going to be staged. All right? It's going to be all planned and orchestrated, man. to usher in this NWO, this global plan of the elites. This back in Habakkuk 2:7 it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. And these other nations, they're going to turn their back on you, man. All right? The scriptures tell you that they are drunken of the wine, therefore the nations are mad, man. They're mad, Esau. And they're mad specifically at America, but America isn't controlled by these global elites, so they're really gonna blitz this place with nuclear missiles, and they're gonna come looking for you, like it tells you in James 5 chapter, how you rich men, all right, for your riches are marking them, and the labors that you have kept back by fraud, okay, they're gonna come looking for you, man, and we're gonna come looking for you, Lord willing, we'll be at that number, man.
That's right, brother.
Because the scriptures tell you, I believe it's in Jeremiah, we're gonna turn from fishers to hunters, and we're gonna hunt you from the clefts of the rocks, because we know you global elites. You're not gonna go down with America. You're not gonna be stuck in New York and California, just waiting for this place to just unfold. You're gonna be in those underground bunkers, man. All right. What do they call them? Those what's an acronym for them? Those underground bunkers. I forgot what it's called.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
Yeah, like
It's a funny word. It's a normal word, but it's a funny word.
yeah, man. And we see how luxurious you're trying to live in those underground bunkers, man. Swimming
Is it
pools.
dumbs?
Yeah, it's domes. It's domes. Deep underground military bases or something like that. But we see how luxurious you're trying to live, man. You got swimming pools, strip clubs, cafes, personal chefs down there, man. Just to wait and sit this thing out so you could emerge and start your digital society. But it's not going to happen. Thus said the Lord, man. You got it. Go ahead.
This is Obadiah. I must start that.
Con, you got it.
This is Obadiah, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Edom.
That's right, man. One chapter with so much power and so much prophecy. Go ahead, bro.
We have heard a rumor from Yahweh. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Right. Her is talking about America, man. All right. Which is the center point for this NWO, man, or the global elites. All these other nations, like the brother read in that article, you have more in that article, with the BRICS nations, they're rising up against America in battle, man. All right, they're gonna array themselves around about this place and shoot arrows and missiles at this place, man.
The reason why they haven't America taking this fall like this right now is because they're done with America. They're done with America, and they understand that their time is short. You know.
I'm gonna finish reading. All right.
This is it's verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised."
Greatly despised, man. Just like the brother said, we just really waiting for the wave to hit this place.
Yeah.
Because these other countries around about, they're pulling out of this place. We're really waiting for it to, it's really trickling down here, man. Because you got Kenya, Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa. They saying, man, we done with them. They done with America. And they're not even, brothers going into it, they're not even using this US dollar, man. The US dollar is declining. They're pulling away from it. We're just waiting for that effect to hit here, man. To hit these American streets. And like the other go into, this place is gonna turn into a third world country overnight, man. We're gonna wake up one morning and all hell is gonna be breaking loose, man. This society is gonna be in a total uproar, total turmoil, man. A state of emergency. Like that movie Code 8, where you got those drones flying all across the air and they scanning people. And they can scan your temperature and tell whether you got that C-hip inside of you or whether you don't. And everywhere you go, all throughout Lafayette, right around some time, man, you see those little blue lights all over the place, man, on random streets. with those police lights. What do you think that's going to be observing, man? For the Caragno, they just waiting for this place to collapse, man. You got it, bro.
Hey, look, this is in the group chat, but this is in the news though. And a brother put it like this. It was pretty funny. He used the word, well, China's yuan is now the most traded currency in Russia for the first time, replacing the U.S. dollar.
For the first
For the
time.
first time, replacing the U.S. dollar. Japan will not buy oil from Russia. The president of Kenya just told his citizens to get rid of the U.S. dollar. India will now trade in rupees and get rid of the U.S. dollar. Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, Russia, Iraq, Oman, and Algeria are now going to reduce their oil production to balance the market, and Saudi Arabia will cut its production by 500,000 barrels per day. Do you know what this means for global nations who rely on these nations for oil, namely the USA? It's all happening, and it's happening fast. So it's a destruction, man. It's destruction of the dollar, bro. Like the brother said, it's got to catch up here, man. Whenever all this money, the dollar that everybody has done away with, just comes flooding back in America, hyperinflation, bro.
That's war talk, man.
Yeah, yes.
That dropping the dollar is war talk, man. That's the reason why America killed a lot of those leaders. There was one leader, I forgot his name, but he's in the Middle East, right? And basically, he was for families. He was giving them, like, if he was to get married, he would give them money, a house. They would give them 20 grand to start of their own currency, not American dollars, and other benefits as well, like for their citizens, man. And they put him to death because he didn't want to deal with the U.S. currency, man. He didn't want to deal with the dollar. But this just shows like like again, America being that bully, man. Like you either deal how I want you to deal, or you don't, or we either go to war. And that's what this is all leading ultimately to, man.
Every bully has his day.
Yeah, true.
Every bully has his day, man. Like that dude off of what was his name? The dude off of goddamn Everybody Hates Chris. The dude that always would punch Chris in this shit. He had his day, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He had his day, man. And look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know if you ever seen the episode. He called them Esau. Like the white boy called the other white boy Esau. I'm gonna show you that clip.
Clip in the WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, he's like some over here like Esau, and he was talking about him because he was white.
Yeah.
So-called white.
Damn. See what I'm saying? Hey, like the brother said, everybody has his day, man. You can't rule on that playground forever, man. Somebody bigger and tougher is going to come and overthrow you, man. And just so happen, we're on the right side of that this time. That's Yahweh by Shemi Yahushua. Yahushua is coming to overthrow this place, man. Like it tells you in Revelation, on his head he shall wear many crowns, man. These other nations are going to be taken down by our Lord, man. King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, man. So, because BRICS, they're just a piece on the chessboard. They think that they're pulling out in order for them to establish their global dominance. All right? EU, NATO, in order for them to establish their global dominance. Like the scriptures tell you, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? All right? That vain thing is thinking, okay, we'll get America out of the picture. Now we're going to have control over these so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. Because that's how a kingdom has become rich, man. Throughout the course of history, all these kingdoms that have risen and fallen, they've had us in power. That's how they've sustained their global dominance, man. Yeah, have power over us, man. All right? That's how they the water, bro. That's how they sustain their global dominance, man. We're the true riches, man.
That's right.
You got it, bro.
That's right. We are the true riches, bro.
That's right, bro.
Here on the earth, because we're the salt of the earth, man. We're the former of all things,
Yeah, this is Zephaniah 1 and 10. This shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hill. And we see that noise coming from the fish gate, man. Coming from these different supermarkets with the inflation going on, man. From Wall Street, man. The stocks, Nasdaq, Dow Jones. We see those places crying out, man. All right, because ultimately it's going to be a crash from the hill, man. The stock market is going to crash. You're going to see those skyscrapers with those glass windows. People are going to be jumping out of them, man, and falling to their death. Why? Because they trusted in riches. They trusted in the wealth of this society, man. The economy.
And you see it, and they doing a lot of layoffs, man.
Yes.
A lot of people getting laid off.
Indeed.
You know,
Indeed.
How you lay off thousands upon thousands of jobs of a corporation that employs people and gets jobs? Is that not a red flag?
you know, McDonald's,
Amazon,
EA,
yeah.
fuck Walmart. Hey man, and that's what that lines up with the scripture. This is Isaiah 19 and 15. It says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do." So the work, you know, this place, I can't wait till they start shutting down these dollar stores. I can't wait till they start, because they shut down Walmart. You best know that they little sister, the dollar store, is coming right along with it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and that's a scheme anyways, because why every time you go to a Dollar General, they got a Family Dollar right next to it?
Yeah, like what the fuck? And then everything is called the dollar store. Why is not everything a damn dollar? Where is this tax shit coming from, man?
Man.
You know?
We're not even supposed to be working anyways. We're kings and priests and rulers over you other nations. You're going to be put to work. That's not saying don't go out there and get your daily bread, but that's the reality of it, man. And that's the times we're coming in. We're not going to be working, man. We're not going to be going out and slaving for Esau Edom. The role is about to be reversed in this society, man. All right? We're going to have to, ultimately, we're going to have to go through that fire to get to that. But that's cool with us, man. We'd rather that than to be slaves here in America, man. You got it, bro.
Yeah, check it out. This back in the same chapter, verse 9, it says more. Well, I'm gonna start at 8. It says, "The fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave network shall be confounded." You know, so all these refineries, you know, places of such things.
Sweatshops.
Yeah, it's gonna be over with, man. All right, it ain't gonna be no work. And so what it is that these elites, they want to bring everybody to their knees to where you have to solely depend on them. You know, now if that nigga ain't the devil, then I don't know who is. You know. So yeah, man, this place is coming to an abrupt halt, man. You know. It's just a matter of time, man. And that's why we gotta hold on, bro. We gotta hold on, dog.
Hold on, man.
Hold on.
I think I was backing that up.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease because they are few, and they that look out of the windows of the garden, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low." So that means job cuts, man. No more jobs. Nobody's hiring. All right, you can see that right now. All right, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. So the daughters of everything is being, like, because of the job being, cut low, nobody's able to really enjoy themselves. Right, the music being brought low because there's no joy, man. And you can't. There's no more fun in this place, man. All right. What did it say, something?
Yeah, could you read it over?
It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets."
Start at verse 3.
God. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be dark.
All right, the keepers, the keepers. It says
Keepers of the house.
the keepers of the house. That's your economist, right? Your economist. You know, they are seeing these things. They are, you know, they coming out with segments. You know, all these different videos. The dollar is done away with. How the economy is crashing. They tremble.
George Salente. What's
You know
his
what I'm
name? George Salente.
And you got the economist ninja. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different economists. You know, they are letting you know that this economy is done away with, man. All right. It says in the wind. It says, if they that look out the window, it shall be darkened, because there's no future in this place. There's no future for America, man. The future for America is dark, man. When you dealing with the reality of America, the future of it is dark. Go ahead, keep reading, brother.
No prosperity, man.
None.
That one, because when we came up in the society, man, they told you what, go to school, be a lawyer, doctor, engineer, White House, picket fence, all right, and save some money up so when you die, your grandkids can have something, your children can have something. That fucking prosperity doctrine is out the window, man. When you look outside your window, all you see is, damn, somebody got killed here, damn, mass shooting here, all right, train derailment here. That's all you see when you look out the window. When you look on your phone, when you scroll down, man, it's nothing but rape, murder, rob, and violence, man. That's flooding the streets of America. It's setting the tone. So you numbskulls out there, all right, thinking in your head, man, hey, that's simple, man. You being simple. What's going on this weekend with festivals y'all trying to hit up, man? Let's go to the crawfish bar, man. You steady trying to keep up with society, but where it's steadily declining, man.
It's like that old saying, like you got a frog in the pot, you know. Yeah. You don't know, the motherfucker don't know it's being cooked until, you know what I'm saying, that bitch balling. You know what I'm saying?
Turn that temperature up. Next thing you know, he's in a boiling pot. It's over with then.
There ain't no getting out of that.
That's right, bro. That's a good analogy. Yep.
Read that. Read verse 4.
It says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
Right. You see, all these businesses are closing down. All these businesses are closing down, man. You know what I'm saying? Like businesses that, and it started going into what, man? When the pandemic had hit, man. You know, all these mom and pop, these middle class businesses and whatnot. You know, all these different Walmart shutting down now. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful sight, man. Keep reading.
If I can say, because I remember about like 2 years ago, Baton Rouge came down here to bring it out Lafayette, man. And we was literally bringing it out in a ghost town. They had like that place where we bring it out in front of the spot, that lawyer's office, and the museum. They had boards on those things, like wooden boards, literally.
Oh, doing the plan.
Doing the C19, man. That shit was boarded up, man. So you trying to heal a bleeding wound, like it tells you in Jeremiah, if Babylon heal her, that's being sarcastic. And she may be healed. Take balm for her. Because the society it's like you got a boat, right? You're in the middle of the ocean and a leak spring up. And when you patching that leak, they got another leak spring up. You go to patch that one, another one keeps springing up. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of the ocean surrounded by sharks, man. You got it, bro.
And that's what they doing with the interest rates. What they do is that they hike up the interest rates as a band-aid over the problem. You can't put a band-aid over a bullet wound and call it a day. You know? So it ain't no such thing as healing Babylon, man. This bitch gonna bleed out, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, when the sound of the grinding is low, it shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
All right, man. And then you hear a lot of, going into the music, you hear a lot of mumble rap, man. All right? And then, you know, ultimately, too, man, in the music, it's a very, very, very low vibration, man.
Very low.
It's a very low vibration. It's full of feminism. You know what I'm saying? It's full of, you know, just bullcrap, man. Yeah, it's full of all of that, man. And then you see the music videos, you know, it's a whole bunch of degeneracy, man. All right? And they most definitely got our women out here. The more of a slut you look like, the more in high regard you are held, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And that's what's so beautiful about being in the truth, because the information that we share amongst each other in the WhatsApp, top value info, man. Just to further boost our faith about the words that we speak, this prophecy. This Revelation 3, just backing up the point from earlier, Revelation 3 and 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So when we see the society declining, we should be inclining, man. All right? We should be boosting our faith, boosting our morale, boosting our integrity. Like one of the elders, one of the brothers, he did a video, he was saying basically, hold fast to this, man. All right, you have to wax stronger, man, when you see the society declining, because that means the word we speak in the prophecy is coming to pass, man. All right, we on the right side of justice, man. All right, and this town is not big enough for both of us, Esau.
That's right.
So ultimately, somebody has to win, somebody has to lose, somebody has to be delivered, somebody has to be a part of that lake of fire, man. So as we see the society going down in wax and verse, we gotta get stronger, man. We gotta put up more lessons. We gotta read more chapters. We gotta get more charity. We gotta love brothers even more. We gotta tear with brothers. We gotta show even more mercy, man. All right? Because the closer we get, is the closer the Yahushua gets to turning up, man. Last year was what, the year to turn up. This year is the hopeful year that all the prophecies coming back. And we see it being just that, man. These prophecies are coming to pass, man. But it says, Revelation 3 and 12, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my name. Because when we ascend up in those clouds and those chariots, we're ultimately going to come back down with Yahushua to rule the earth and the universe. And the universe, man. The scriptures tell you in my father's house are many mansions, man. The Lord has many planets that haven't been occupied that are fit for the elect, man. Fit for these men that have been catching hell in this society, man. That have been laboring, man, for that reward, that great reward, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. And Lord, will we be in that number? All right? Brothers, got anything? Got anything time? All right, Lord, will this message was edifying. All right, we're facing the east. We're going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, who well and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Aki, and pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Bob, Shalom. Till next time.